What's up, Collider TV Talk fans? Josh McCouga here with the one and only Roxy Stryer. It's the day after Christmas. It's trending towards the new year. You're putting your plans together. You're spending a lot of money, or you're maybe not spending a lot of money. You're planning a house party with your friends. Plan your house party around this episode of Hypothetical Questions. Roxy, we have decided we're pre-taping this before.
How do you know it's the day after Christmas?
Because it's going to be the Wednesday, and Christmas is on Tuesday.
I thought we decided Christmas was on Wednesday.
No, I'm looking at me fine. Let me look at me fine.
I still don't understand the Christmas Day versus Christmas Eve and how that all
your
works. Your
lack of knowledge. Yeah, next Wednesday, a week from today, is the 26th of December.
But they could be listening later.
That's true. You guys could, you know what you could do is put this off until like the 28th or 29th in order to get your fix of New Year's.
With your family.
Your content, your New Year's content.
Oh, I thought you were having them put it off so they would actually spend time with their family.
Who wants to do that?
That doesn't seem reasonable.
No, what are we, peasants?
Good point. Solid point.
So
don't forget to tell me when to drum roll.
I'm not going to drum roll. Before we get into it, let's promo some stuff.
Yeah, let's do it.
So all kinds of fun stuff here on the channel all throughout Christmas.
What we got going on?
We got all kinds of Collider Hero stuff. We got all kinds of Collider Jedi Council stuff. There's no Collider Live because we are not live and we are not in the office. We are out of town. We are with families and or friends doing things. We have a special Collider Sports Time, answering Twitter questions and a best sports moments of the year on the Collider Sports channel. You have a bunch of different podcasts. You have your Collider TV Talk end of the year 2018 best ofs. You've got your best of movies from all kinds of Collider people here. So subscribe to the channel, subscribe to the podcast channel, and subscribe to the Collider TV Talk feed because that's where Hypothetical Questions exist. All you got to do is look up Collider on whatever podcast app you use, and you will find all kinds of different episodes, Collider TV Talks, and all that kind of fun stuff.
Don't just subscribe, get involved.
Get involved.
Rate, comment, do your thing, honey. Ain't no other man.
All of it. Love me. Is that a Christina Aguilera song?
Up next to you. Yes.
Christina Aguilera from Pittsburgh.
Really?
Yep.
She's Allegheny. So small.
She's tiny. Tiny human being.
Tiny human.
You can follow me at Josh McCouga. You can follow Roxy at Roxy Stryer.
That's true about me.
XTRIAR. We are on Collider Live every single Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. That's where you can see us all the time. But we do this every single Wednesday unless one of us is sick, which was me last week, 2 weeks ago. I apologize. But this is our New Year's question. Are you ready? Hit the drum roll.
I was waiting for it.
What if Game of Thrones hosted New Year's Rockin' Eve? Ball job, bow, 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 streamers, bow, 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 bow.
Elephant. I can't.
That's getting closer. Use your blow. No, blow. No, I was gonna try something, and now I'm gonna.
Was that it?
Sort of. Yeah, you're kind of getting there.
Is that feeling good in your ears? Your ears feeling like really good right now?
Yeah. I learned how to do animal noises. That wasn't bad. That was getting there. If you're watching, if you're only listening, you could only imagine what it would like to be watching. So go ahead and subscribe to that podcast.
It's like putt-putt for elephant.
It really is. It's like a tuk-tuk truck in Thailand.
Yeah.
All right, so we've got it's your classic New Year's Eve. Now, I feel like everybody nowadays watches New Year's Eve on like an MTV, right? Or like your ABC, your Ryan Seacrest, I guess. Maybe your Carson Daly's of the world.
Or you're checking out Maria Menounos on Fox.
On Maria Menounos on Fox. Sorry, I did not know that existed.
No, totally.
That's my bad.
With Steve Harvey.
Oh, with Steve Harvey.
Remember last year she got married there by him.
Oh, no way. Yeah. I did not know that. Yeah. Okay. Wherever you're watching your New Year's Rockin' Eve, special advice to anyone out there. Also, if you guys want to tune in, Ken and I we're doing a special New Year's Eve guide to New Year's Eve on the Afternoons podcast. It comes out this Friday, so tune into that. But Roxy and I are going to give you a little hint of advice.
I want to watch it.
If you go to New York City and you think that going to Times Square for New Year's Eve is a good idea,
you are sorely mistaken, my
Correct.
friend.
It is the worst idea that you could ever have. Watch it on TV. Imagine what it would be like to sit there for 9 to 12 hours waiting for a ball to drop for all 10 seconds before they clear you out of Times Square. Legitimately push you out with a shovel.
I've never actually been for New Year's Eve there.
I lived in New York for 2 years.
Yeah, and I've been there. I've been to New York on New Year's Eve. Not thousands. I'm only 27.
I was like, holy shit.
I think 5 times.
Okay.
Never Times Square.
Don't do it.
It's cold.
It's real cold.
And I hear, though, that there is something about the energy that really is
There's no
unbelievable.
bathrooms. You can't drink. None of the restaurants let you in. You're jammed in there like
Diapers,
sardines.
bitch.
Yeah, it's not a great scene.
I'm not above peeing myself.
I mean, I've peed myself before. I don't know why I wouldn't do it then. But then your pants are freezing. You're all wet.
Yeah, pee icicles.
And you smell like
pee icicles in the panties.
Peacicles. Not the best.
Not a good peacicle.
Not the best. So that's something that you might learn on a Game of Thrones New Year's Eve. Now, I would imagine that this would be the first ever Rockin' Eve that HBO would do. And this would be HBO live from Westeros. It's New Year's Eve.
And who sang that?
I would imagine that would probably be Samwell Tarly. No, he's not lively enough. Man, that's tough. Who would be our town crier?
How many people do we have still alive?
We've got Peter Dinklage. We've got
No. I'm saying
Tyrion Lannister.
not in the show.
It's right now.
Oh, it has to be now. So like we can't have Littlefinger make the announcement.
No, he go. Spoiler alert.
Okay.
So the people that are alive right now. So maybe, just throwing this out there. Who knows? Maybe it's that really adorable girl, Lyanna Mormont.
Mm-hmm.
She seems to have a lot of panache, a lot of sass. She's your narrator for the evening. So it's come back like, when we come back from commercial, we'll have Cersei Lannister rocking down her top 5 moments of how to be a terrible human from 2018. All that and more. Game of Thrones Rockin' New Year's Eve, brought to you by that creepy bar with a lot of whores that was formerly run by Littlefinger.
Or the Gold Bank Standard or whatever.
The Iron Bank.
Iron Bank.
Do you not know where to put your money these days? In these troubling times of dragons, iron thrones, and whatever, use the Iron Bank.
Do we dress our wolves like reindeers?
The wolves are all dead at this point.
No, we have one.
Oh, we have one left? Yes, then he'll be a reindeer. He'll be psyched
Will
about
he be
it.
Rudolph?
Rudolph,
But
put a little
instead
red
of-
nose on him.
Maybe we'll make it blood.
Blood.
Rudolph the Blood Nose. Who's the one that's alive? His name's Summer Werewolf. I'll look it up.
Yeah, who's the remaining dire wolf left alive? Now, are we going to try and make this a fun Rockin' New Year's Eve, or is this going to be dire?
I think it's,
no pun intended.
I think we got to have moments of fun, but I think it's going to be dire.
Okay.
Because we need some deaths. Ooh, we got to kill somebody
We
off.
got to kill somebody off, for sure. And because it's a New Year's Eve, it's got to be kind of like a lower ancillary character. You know what I mean?
All right. Just 2. Ghost is alive. That's Jon Snow's the one I was thinking of.
I thought he died.
And Nymeria, which is Arya Stark. Nymeria.
Which we saw in the woods.
Which hasn't been a part of the show since season 1.
Right.
Oh, no, that was in 2017.
So
but that's when...
Didn't Snow die? Didn't Jon Snow's dog die?
Honestly, I'm not remembering currently if Jon Snow's dog died.
Should we call Ken? Should we do one of these?
Yeah.
Let's see what's going on.
I'll see if I can get it. Did Jon Snow's... It feels like he did... But then again, I don't remember. When was the last time we saw a Game of Thrones episode?
It was in July, beginning of August 2017.
Yeah, so I don't know whether this was before
It was
or
the
after
Sunday
that.
after my bachelor party. That's how I remember when it was.
I think that Ghost is still alive.
Let's see if Ken Knapsack answers.
Hello,
if he does.
Ken.
Answer, damn it.
Ken, don't you understand that we have a very serious question? It might even call it a dire question.
Oh, snap.
Whoa. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Oh, snap.
That's not him. All right.
I think that Ghost is still alive. But if so, Ghost, the red nose,
you know how we are angering Game of Thrones fans right now?
I know.
That's great.
This is why you don't do that show anymore.
No.
This is why I don't do the game. I was
kicked off of many a show.
I love Game of Thrones.
Sure.
I'm
Me too.
such a casual fan.
100%.
I watch every episode.
All of them.
Really like it.
Sometimes 2 and 3 times.
Yeah, sometimes a couple times.
Still don't.
Really like it.
Sure.
It's not my life.
No. But hey, no knock on the people that it is.
No knock.
No knock at
I
all.
knock on the people who knock on me.
Okay.
And then I knock on wood, because that's 2 knocks.
On wood.
Yeah, but
baby.
Like thunder, lightning.
Okay. Musical guest. Clearly,
Ed Sheeran.
Thank you very much. Ed Sheeran will be our first musical guest on the game. Will he play the midnight? Will Ed Sheeran play our midnight show?
Didn't we also have like a brother from?
No, the Jonas brother.
Nope. The other guys.
Harry Styles.
Yeah.
One of those new editions.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
One Republic.
One Republic or something.
New Republic. Republic of One.
No, One Republic.
No, new edition. Straight edition.
No, it's new edition. Hip. We're hip.
Is it I thought wasn't One Republic like
Who's the guy in the movie?
Too late to apologize.
Yeah. What's Wet Republic?
Wet Republic is the pool at the MGM Grand in Vegas.
Yeah.
We are all over the place. Should we try and bear down? You want to bear down?
Yeah.
Let's bear down.
Let's wolf down.
Our narrator, let's dire wolf it down.
Do you want Cersei to be our narrator? Do you want John to be our narrator?
No, here's what I think the funny cutaways are for the New Year's Rockin' Eves. Hey, let's go to King's Landing where we're live with Cersei Lannister. Let's see how her New Year's Eve is going. And she's just sitting there just drinking wine.
But I think we need a co-host. I don't think we can leave this all to
No,
Lady
I'm just
Marmont.
saying our narrator, she's never really on screen. Like, she's the one that's like, tune back and we'll be back and real quick. She's the girl outside in like the really big thing, like what they used to do with like a Snooki or a JWoww or something. And she's like, we'll be right back. They'll toss it in. So clearly our hosts have to be Jon Snow and Khaleesi.
Daenerys.
Right?
Yeah, I think Dany and Jon. But they're not the most fun.
They're not.
Like, who would be a little more fun than that? Like, could we get the
Is Arya just showing up as different people the whole time because she's got all those masks?
girl with no name?
Yeah.
She could be. She's not fun either. Who's fun? Who do we have that? Yes, and that is what Arya's doing. But who can we have that is a good time? Who is left on the show that's a good time?
Exactly. I mean, Peter Dinklage, because he's always drinking. He drinks and he knows things.
He's not a good time, though.
Isn't he?
I mean, I would
he's
grab
going
a
to be
beer with him.
Right, exactly. But is he that great of a host of a show? What if it was Gilly and Samwell?
Gilly's annoying as all get out, but maybe she could host the show. She really might be able to host the show. Or do we think that Sansa's grown enough to host the show? She's got timing now.
Is it Sansa and Arya?
I like a little sister duo.
Sister duo?
I like a little sister hosting duo.
I really think that it's Jon Snow and Khaleesi live from their quest to take on the throne.
How do you think Jaime would do?
Jaime Lannister, not a bad call.
Jaime could do it.
He's kind of fun nowadays.
What if Jaime and Brienne did it?
Ooh, Brienne of Tarth. A New Year's Rockin' Eve with Brienne of Tarth and the Kingslayer. I mean, the Kingslayer has the kind of name that on New Year's Eve you want to hang out with. Like, why is he slaying kings? There's like kings of beer? Or is he just constantly slaying DJ Kingslayer? Whoop, 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 whoop.
And like, he definitely gets laid at the end of the night.
He's the Kingslayer.
Yeah.
He's got multiple, like he's Carson Daly making out with Tara Reid back in 99, 98, whenever that year was.
Wow. Tara Reid's gone very far from there.
From that point? Yeah. If you're talking about multiverses,
it's a multiverse.
The launch off point when she dumped Carson Daly, that was a situation.
I wish that we could pick people that were dead. Because, like, so many of the Tyrells would be great for this.
Yeah, I mean, would they, though?
Yeah.
Joffrey would be like the bratty dude that he's like, I'm here on New Year's, I guess it's cool. Is it?
Whatever.
Not cool.
I don't even care what you say.
Let's go straight to the wall where the Night King is currently holding residence. It's the ice party that everybody's talking about. Like, Night King.
What if Ygritte was back in hosting? And then
we can't use dead people.
But if it was Ygritte and Jon had never hooked up with anybody still, and then their first
they're like the Jenny McCarthy, Donnie Wahlberg. Yeah. They're always making out at midnight. They cut to him.
I'm feeling it. Okay, but that's not what we're doing. No. I still think Jaime Lannister could do a good job.
So let's just say Jaime and Brienne of Tarth.
Yeah, I like it. Because I get what you're saying with Khaleesi and Jon, but you know what it takes to be a host, and I don't think they got it.
I don't think they do either. I think they'd be tired by the end.
And also, we want her out and about on a dragon.
Yes. Yeah. Let's cut to Khaleesi on the dragon. What are you seeing up there? Well, Jaime Kingslayer, I'm up here above Times Square, a.k.a. the King's Landing Times Square.
And when people are cold.
Fires have gone out around King's Landing. Hey, Khaleesi, why don't you come in and light those fires? Jakaris. And everybody's back. Dun, 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 dun.
What about the ice dragon now?
Well, he's up there at the Night King at the wall holding the ice party. And you get all of because like when the Night King dances, all the other White Walkers dance. You know, like
Wow.
the Army of the Dead, just doing a little Thriller. Ice
Do we
dance,
have-
ice dance,
do we have
ice dance,
music?
ice dance.
Do we have music going on?
Yeah, of course.
Is it what you just sang?
Yeah, the Night King has his own ice style of DJing.
Ice.
Ice, ice, ice.
Ice, ice, Night King.
And then you got the dragon going, oh, don't, oh, oh.
I know that somebody will be my friend right now and clip that out. I know it. In my bones.
You can see it though, right?
I mean, it's the holiday season still. I know it's the day after Christmas, but if you ever cared about me at all,
Look in the camera.
if you ever cared about me, that sound that he just made will make it back into my life one day. So who's the first part and who's the second part?
So the first part is literally the Night King hitting his DJ. Like he's spinning on top of the wall. They've already burned it down, but there's just ice everywhere. And the Army of the Dead is just waiting to invade Westeros.
Spinning.
And there was like, it's kind of like
Do we string
Matrix
lights
Reloaded.
from the wall or like what are?
Oh, you've got like 6 strobes hitting everywhere on the wall.
Where's our Christmas tree live?
There's no Christmas tree. It's New Year's. It's already gone.
You take it down by New Year's?
Yeah.
You keep the lights up? You take the tree down?
No. All the Christmas decorations are gone. This is New Year's.
Yeah, but the lights, I feel like
Yeah,
you keep up your white strung lights.
Yeah, but now they're pulsating, and you've got strobes, and you've
you're
got
at a
blues.
club.
Yeah, the wall is turned into a club. Where is the Night King gonna? He's DJing at a club.
And then what's the?
That's the white. That's the blue dragon now.
Oh.
And he's blowing out the blue flames just out in the air, just into
Not
nowhere.
at the people. That's why we're going up.
Yeah, he's standing on top of the wall behind the Night King, right?
I do see what you're saying.
Do you
and
see
I'm
it?
not mad at it.
Right? Like, do you remember in Matrix Reloaded when they had that weird orgy, dance party in the cave? Do you remember that?
No, I've never seen it.
You never seen the Matrix Reloaded?
Never seen any Matrix.
Okay, well, you're okay, fine. How about just like a
What if
club
they-
scene in
what if it
any
goes-
movie where they're all sweating? Like, so you
Yes.
think you can dance, you got served, step up.
Drugs. Yes. What if the fire and ice go at each other because they're working together for once?
For the party.
For the party. Because everybody's coming together for the party.
I mean,
And you go to fire
the
and
club.
ice.
Basically, what we're
Club's
saying
called
here,
Fire and Ice.
what we're saying here is that on Game of Thrones, New Year's Rockin' Eve, all the swords have been laid down. It's a ceasefire.
How does yes.
Yeah.
How does the ball drop?
I think the ball drops from.
Dragon bite?
No, I think it's a like the wildfire, the green stuff that blew up the church.
Yeah.
Underneath, I think there's a little bit of wildfire left, and there's a wildfire ball at the top, and they're just waiting. There's like a small little flame, and then when it hits New Year's, it's just like, whoosh, don't, and then the blue dragon and the regular dragon, and Dracarys.
And what is Jon Snow doing in this time? Is he on the dragon with Khaleesi?
No, Khaleesi and Jon Snow are off in the distance, like holding each other.
Khaleesi's not on the dragon either.
No, the dragons have gone off on their own to be part of the DJ set at the wall. And then you have your other regular dragon, and he's about to light the wildfire in King's Landing.
Are Khaleesi and Jon sleeping together?
Yeah, they haven't been told yet that they are related.
And is that shoe going to drop New Year? Like, is that going to be a resolution?
I mean, basically
they-
everybody in Westeros, when they kiss at midnight, is like, ooh, but they kind of go with it just because it's New Year's. Like, oh, it's not that bad of a deal.
Who are some of our other kisses?
Brienne of Tarth and the Kingslayer, for sure.
Wow, I've been waiting for that for
A long time.
A little bit. What's Sansa doing?
Sansa has found a new lover. It's that time of year. It's New Year's. We don't know who. I think it might be Sansa and Gendry. Oh, wait. Yeah, Sansa and Gendry because he's one of Robert Baratheon's bastards. So the houses are being joined.
How do we get Sansa? I feel like Sansa needs a lady lover.
No.
Okay.
If anybody has a lady lover, it's Arya.
I just mean for the night. Somebody
So is there
take
like a
care of
threesome?
her, like very sweet.
So is it like one of the awesome like prostitutes from the Littlefinger's place and
Yeah.
and Gendry?
Maybe.
Don't don't, don't.
And what's Arya doing?
Arya she's dancing around the Rocking Eve, and each time
In
we cut to her,
faces.
totally different person.
So
it's
we
like
barely even see her.
Matt Damon, Scarlett Johansson. No, let's get like characters from other HBO shows. She's Julia Louis-Dreyfus in Veep. She's Mahershala Ali into promo season 3 of True Detective.
Is not Littlefinger, is Peter Dinklage handing out drugs?
Yes. Oh, you're totally handing out Molly X, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But he's also drinking a like special brand of brew that he made for New Year's Eve, like
You don't think
Tyrion.
he's going like hot toddy with us
No.
in the holiday time?
No. He's going like some crazy brew. It's probably like glowing green. You know, he's a big Wildfire fan. I keep bringing up the Wildfire, but he's got it.
Wildfire. I mean, that color on New Year's is just like
awesome.
You need that in your life.
And
is it snowing?
Of course, it's snowing, even though it hasn't.
Is winter here?
Winter is here. Winter's been here. Yeah, and now it's For the Throne. This is For the Throne Rockin' Eve.
Do multiple people get to sit on the throne throughout the night?
No, the throne is empty. Throne is empty.
Kind of like we're saving Elijah's chair during Passover.
Yes, exactly. I don't know that thing, but I think I know what you mean.
I would
So
explain
basically,
it, but I don't need to.
So you have your DJ set up on the wall, right?
Yeah.
And you have your actual Rockin' Eve headquarters is the throne room in the main part of King's Landing, right? The throne is empty, but the DJ booth is in the front, and the whole hall, like the Great Hall there, is full of people. Wait, didn't they blow that up? Mm-hmm. They blew that up, right?
I think what you're talking about.
No, they didn't blow up the Iron Throne.
No, not the throne.
They blew up the sept or whatever.
Is that the word?
I don't know. But you have your old throne room, right? So you've got your Kingslayer and your Brienne of Tarth in there, just like, yeah, let's cut to.
Do we have a battle? Do we have a challenge to the death?
I think for sure, right? I think it's Ser Jorah of Mormont versus who's Jon Snow's best friend?
Sam.
No. The guy that farts. Oh, Ken tried me.
You don't think that's his best friend?
Who? Samuel No, the guy that's always with him, like his.
Yeah.
Yo, Ken, you're on Hypothetical Questions with Josh and Roxy. I've got some.
Hi, Ken.
Oh, big fans.
we have multiple things we need your help with right now. Actually.
So here's our hypothetical question, right?
Mm-hmm.
What if Game of Thrones hosted New Year's Rockin' Eve? Pretty fun one so far.
Right. Okay.
Okay. So is Jon Snow's direwolf still alive?
Ghost is still alive. Yes, Ghost is absolutely alive.
Okay, Ghost is still alive.
And is there another one that's alive as well?
Nymeria, right?
Nymeria is alive, running around. Other than that, I'm trying to do a quick mental check. Rob's died. Sansa's died. Yeah.
Who of those two is our Rudolph?
Brand's died.
Brand's is dead. We haven't even mentioned Brand yet.
We're after New Year's.
And Rickon's is dead as well.
Rickon is dead. Okay. And then what was the one we were going to... what's the name of where the Iron Throne is? Is that just called the Throne Room?
That's in the Red Keep.
The Red Keep. Live from the Red Keep. So here's our hosts for the show. It's the Kingslayer and Brienne of Tarth. They're hosting the Rockin' Eve.
Any makeout sessions you want to see when the ball drops, Ken?
Give us a good makeout session.
Oh, make a fantasy like is this the Jenny McCarthy, Donnie Wahlberg scene?
Correct.
Literally mentioned.
We promoed the afternood's guide to New Year's Eve too.
Yeah. The makeout session I want to see is probably Ser Jorah and like some fair maiden that he meets after years of pining after Daenerys.
Yes, a fair maiden with Ser Jorah. Now, what about what is Jon Snow's like right hand man? That's not Samwell Tarly, the older guy that was friends with the other Baratheon, Stannis.
Davos Seaworth.
Davos Seaworth, yeah.
I didn't know who you were talking about.
And I was maybe Davos gets like one of the girls from what's it called? Dorne. He's got like a Dornish lover in the Red Keep. See, Ken, what we're saying is on New Year's Rockin' Eve, everybody lays down their sword for a rockin' good time. So like the Night King is DJing from the wall, and the dragon's up there, and they've got this song. It's just like
play him the song.
Don't. And that's the dragon screaming out in the middle of his DJ set, while the Army of the Dead is dancing all together, just like the.
Well, you could have Yeah, you can have a risen a white version of Hodor because Christian Narn is actually a club DJ.
That's correct, yeah.
Wow.
You can do it.
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
Hodor comes back in ghost form to DJ, yes.
If you're there and you're running around and you're getting everybody's resolution for the cameras, who are you going to ask first?
Oh, I definitely want to go to Cersei because I want to see what she's planning. What does she have planned? So I want to see what her goals are for the new year.
I think she's got some big goals.
Big goals.
Big goals.
Big goals. Do we have any more questions for Ken? Ken, thank you so much for your always genius insight on the Game of Thrones, especially Game of Thrones Rockin' Eve, brought to you by...
Dun, 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 dun.
No, I think it was brought to you by the Iron Bank. Do you have all your gold stashed in the Iron Bank? Maybe you need to put more in there, or perhaps you're in debt up to your eyeballs. The Iron Bank, the only bank for you Westerosians.
Ken, one last question. What's Sansa up to on New Year's Eve?
Yeah, what's Sansa doing?
Oh, Sansa on New Year's Eve, she likes to get dressed up and like, let's go out, let's go out, let's go out. And then when she's out there, she's like, this isn't what I wanted.
She's that girl. She goes home early after hyping everybody to go out.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. She's like all into it. And she's like, oh, this isn't what it was cracked up to be. Let's just go back home.
Yeah, makes total sense. Makes total sense.
Thanks, Ken.
Ken, you're the man. We love you, buddy.
Right.
And we'll talk to you soon. See ya.
I'm glad that Ghost is still alive.
Okay, so we've got the two dogs.
Yeah.
They're next to the DJ booth. You got Nymeria and Ghost.
It's so close
No,
enough
they're
to
up there.
Christmas that they can have the noses like reindeer, right?
Sure.
Okay.
We have them dressed like reindeer. And they're hanging out with Khaleesi and Jon Snow, who are at their own private party that every time they cut to it, a like newer, high-class member of the HBO family's up there. Like, because, you're crossing worlds. I get it. But you need to bring in some more of the HBO shows because it's all about promo, right? It's all about promo.
Who are we thinking?
So I said Julia Louis-Dreyfus and Veep. Maybe a lot of the cast of Veep.
Tony Soprano?
Tony Soprano?
You told me that,
he's dead. Tony Soprano's passed away, unfortunately.
Well, the actor, but we don't know if...
In The Sopranos.
Yeah, in The Sopranos.
Because we're staying in show world. So you've got the whole front office of Veep, all your favorite Veepers, right? Okay. You've got the new cast of True Detective season 3.
Can we have Samantha from Sex and the City?
We can have all 4 girls from Sex and the City. Just Samantha.
Don't want all 4.
Just Samantha.
I just don't want any downers.
Yeah.
We already have so many in Game of Thrones. We don't need to bring in more.
100%.
Just don't think so.
Kenny Powers from
we could do Kenny Powers.
Eastbound and Down.
Definitely.
Larry Sanders.
A lot of downers are from the leftovers. I don't know if we bring anybody over from that. And I know you're not a Westworld kind of guy.
No, but if you're going to bring in anybody and bring in Tandy Newton, she is smoking.
Let's bring in Tandy.
100%.
Yeah.
So that is like the VIP section.
They're just chilling.
They're just chilling. And so Jamie, the Kingslayer, is like, and you're back with the Kingslayer. What?
And then at the end, we find out this whole thing was a Westworld, a Westworld world.
No.
A Westworld world, a world in the West.
I will not approve of that.
All right, well,
it's not going to happen.
Felt very supported and loved and appreciated by you until this moment.
As far as improv goes, this is when I draw the line. This is when there's no more yes and.
You tell me that I'm a no girl.
I've only done it once. And when you tried to convince me that you couldn't shapeshift into Santa Claus, but you can. You most definitely can.
And
Mark
I will
Riley
let you
confirmed.
know we confirmed with Mark Riley that you can shapeshift into a specific Santa Claus.
Correct. So Scott
Calvin. But he doesn't know how Loki's powers work either. I still am unclear on whether he needs to be in the same, had been in the same room, had held something like a lock of hair.
I don't know these rules either. But what rule I do know is that the Night King is ruling over the sickest party north of the wall. Boom, boom.
It is dope. It is dope.
All right, then you got the Kingslayer, Brienne running the whole thing. You got Leanne Mormont running your narrator. Like let's cut to it.
I think it's
Lyanna.
Lyanna, yeah.
It's Lyanna, I think. Lyanna Mormont.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you've got Samwell and Gilly not in it, just kind of like meh. You've got Sansa as the non-party girl. You've got Arya always surprising people like, hey, it's me, Ben Affleck. Oh, no, it's not. It's Arya Stark.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we had Ed Sheeran, who we forgot about.
For sure. And he plays our Midnight.
We really didn't have one of those teeny bebopper boys.
Was there a
What
One
is
Republic?
the name of
One Direction.
One Direction?
Harry Styles.
One Direction. I was really sure it was one.
So One Republic is Too Late to Apologize.
I need another story, something to get off my chest.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes to all the yeses. But one of them. Who was in Dunkirk?
That was Harry Styles.
Was he in Game of Thrones?
I don't know.
Is he gonna be in Game of Thrones? You talk about something else. I'll look this up before we wrap.
So we have our hosts. We have our Red Keep on fire. King Slayer laying down the beats. Boom, boom, boom.
Let's
cut to the Night King.
Let the beat drop.
You got your dancing people, the dead, army of the dead, dancing it up. You got your blue dragon and your red dragon firing up in the sky and meeting red and white. The fire and ice party at the wall. Boom, boom.
So here's what I'll give you. I typed in Harry Styles Game of Thrones, and here's what came up. Harry Styles in Dunkirk versus Ed Sheeran in Game of Thrones.
Okay.
And then Harry Styles totally looks like Alfie Allen, which is true.
Yeah.
And there's tons of articles about Harry Styles and Game of Thrones. He was not, in fact, in Game of Thrones.
It's all right.
Which is why I couldn't think of his character.
He looks like Alfie Allen, who's still alive in Game of Thrones. So we do a dueling band, Alfie versus Harry, Styles versus Allen.
But God, I don't even know if I want to touch him with a 10-foot pole.
Because he's such a downer.
Yeah.
Now, do we cut to the Navy? Because all those ships are out there, the Iron Fleet. We're running close on time.
I think
we got to wrap this up.
They're where the fireworks are at.
Yeah. Oh, they're lighting the fireworks from the ships.
For legit sure.
They're all parked outside of King's Landing. And that's when Kingslayer, the ball drops. The wildfire gets hit by the dragon. All the people are cheering. Kingslayer and Brienne are making out. Jon Snow and Khaleesi are making out.
Epic ice slide going all the way down.
All the way down. The ice slide goes all the way down. They hit a light.
Into a hot tub because the fire. Yeah.
And then it lights up. All the fireworks lit off the boat. And that's it. Live from King's Landing. It's your 2018 into 2019 Game of Thrones Rockin' Eve.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year!
That's it. All right. If that actually happens, you guys all owe us $10 million. Thank you very much.
That's not just a simple tweet that we tweeted out.
No.
We just pitched a whole thing.
A whole thing. I mean, we basically are showrunners for a huge live event. Live from Westeros, live from King's
Honestly,
Landing.
I'm going to put it on my resume.
Cameras everywhere, from the wall to West to King's Landing to the Red Keep, all over the place. It's a huge show. It's a huge show.
And we got to have some roaming cams too.
Roaming cams. You got your drones.
Yeah.
All over the place.
Drone.
Big time. Yeah.
What goes higher, a dragon or a drone?
Dragon. A Drogon?
What if we attach a GoPro to the dragon?
Done.
Done and done.
Easy.
Super cheap.
100%.
Saving costs, cutting costs. I'm a producer.
You're on it, girl. That's Hypothetical Questions with Josh and Roxy. We hope you guys have an amazing new year. I hope you had a fantastic holiday season and enjoyed 2018 and all of your dreams and goals come true in 2019. Remember, it's way easier to love than it is to hate. Go out and hug someone. I'm Josh McCouga at Josh McCouga.
I'm Roxy Stryer at Roxy Stryer.
You guys subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to the Collider TV Talk feed. Main shows. We got our year-end wrap-up this Friday. The Josh McCouga Show on YouTube. The Afternoons with Josh and Ken. Special thanks to Ken for answering his phone to talk about Game of Thrones.
Him.
We love you guys so much. We will see you in 2019 with more what ifs. As always, put down the book, pick up the remote.